Hey Virgos, this is Perigaea Tarot. I am here to do your reading for today, to ask the universe, how is your person feeling about you, the person who's on your mind, and what is coming up for you in love. Oh wow, 10 of Cups, oh my goodness. Alright, so universe, how does the person who is on my Virgo's mind, how do they feel about Virgo? So I would say that this person wants the 10 of Cups with you, as we just saw the 10 of Cups, but they're stuck in their head and they're feeling rejected. Or this could be you as well, Virgo. Could be dealing with a fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Interesting. Queen of Wands in the reverse. So this could be, you know, sometimes the Queen of Wands can be another party, but sometimes it can just be characteristics. This could be them feeling like you are angry with them, or maybe, yeah, I'm seeing the hissing cat down at the bottom. That if they reach out to you, that you're going to react badly. And I think that they're potentially projecting a rejection, and that could be causing them to not reach out, or maybe to perceive this connection in a more hostile way than they really should be. I don't know, that could be true about you, Virgo. That could be how you feel. With the Chariot in the reverse, is that they are not moving forward. There could be a Cancerian. There also could be an issue about a car, some kind of vehicle. Justice to the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. It could be dealing with a Libra. There also could be some issue here in terms of some kind of legalism or technicality, some kind of contract that there is not cooperation on. Interesting. Okay. I feel generally too here, like these are two people who want to reach out and speak and cooperate, but there's this element of paranoia that is causing them to not only not see the situation clearly, but to procrastinate communication. Because there's just this fear of, like, there's anxiety and fear about just dealing with the situation. Could be dealing with a Pisces. All right, one last shuffle, and then, yeah, and with the Temperance in the reverse, again, anxiety, paranoia, lack of peace. But there could also be somebody here who maybe deals with drinking, like a drinking problem or a substance problem. And because of this, certainly, you know, that could be altering someone's perspective or someone's consciousness, because, you know, drugs and alcohol are consciousness altering. So this could be one of the reasons why one or both parties are having trouble perceiving the situation correctly. All right, so universe, should we do a Celtic cross, guys? Yeah, let's do a Celtic cross. Oh, whoa. With the Lovers to the Hermit. Actually, I'll just do a traditional reading. The Lovers to the Hermit. This is someone who wants to make a choice, and they choose you. Or I feel like this is saying that in their heart, they've chosen you. That the choice is clear to them, and that they want intimacy with you. They want to work things out. They want to balance things out with you. They're just perceiving that you are harsh and guarded, when that may or may not be true. What else can you show me for my Virgos? Interesting, the Tower. Okay. Judgment. I almost feel like there's an element here of someone who could take action towards you, but they're afraid to because they don't want to let you go. Whether they're admitting this to themselves or not. Yeah, it's like they're trying to hold on to you. But, like, if there's some kind of a connection here where there's some kind of item that the two of you could be fighting over, some kind of settlement issue, something like that, there's just something something that is causing them to still have a hold on you. And look at this, we have 5 major arcana, so this is a big This is a big deal, and it's, you know, very possibly a huge karmic or life altering sort of time, maybe in this person's life or in your life, where what happens, what is chosen, or what comes about could affect this person or both parties' long-term fate. So let's check the underneath underneath the deck here. So with the Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Emperor in the reverse, I sense that this is someone that you've definitely had arguments with. You could be dealing with an Aries. Also Gemini, and yeah, another Aries here. This is someone who feels, but what I'm seeing, so this is somebody who's kind of thrown their weight around, or maybe been hard to deal with in relationship to some issue that is probably what is causing them to expect that they're, you know, you're going to be on your guard and protecting yourself from this person. But what I'm seeing here is someone who is being difficult in relationship to some kind of an issue because they don't want the other person to move on. They don't want that other person to get away from them, or they don't want to, because they're afraid that if they give you your freedom that you'll move on and they'll be either stuck in a bad situation or yeah. So with the Eight of Wands to the Seven of Wands, this is someone who is when they interact with you, they are very combative. They are very aggressive, and I would say that they're just not or at the very least, they're not cooperative. There have been fights here, certainly. And I would say, and it's because, and what I feel like this is saying is that they're being unnecessarily combative or uncooperative in relationship to some kind of agreement between the two of you, or some kind of situation that involves the two of you, so that you can't move on. Because I feel like this person wants, this situation gives them influence in your life somehow, because they're wanting to make it up with you. They're wanting to make things up with you, is what I'm sensing. You know, there could also just be some horrible pettiness in this person. They could just be kind of a petty, mean person that likes power. But with the Six of Cups here, I think it most likely that even if they come off that way, the real feeling at the core of this is that they have strong feelings for you and they want your respect and love back. And they're just, it's like if they can't, they're feeling like if they can't necessarily have it right at this moment, at the very least, they can stop you from moving on and kind of keep you transfixed, or you're having to focus on them. So that hopefully they're hoping that they can eventually transmute that attention back into affection and back into, you know, a good-natured connection. That's what I'm seeing here. With the King of Pentacles in the reverse, this is them kind of, I would say, finding some kind of physical-based reality, like some dynamic of practical reality to try and hold you back from moving on or being independent of them. Like they're being difficult in some kind of a way when it comes to practical matters. That is, and they're not communicating with you either. They're being uncooperative and sort of unconstructive, but it's because they want, with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, they want to keep you in a certain position. But I don't feel like it's just because I don't think it's just because they want you to suffer. I think it's because they want you back. They're probably getting some kind of a thrill from the power of doing that. I wouldn't, you know, put it past them. But I think that their motivation is not to harm you and not to just make you miserable, but it's to stop you from moving on. Because I think they understand that you are eligible, and, you know, people look at you and want to have a relation, you know, there's probably people lined up and, you know, and interested in you. And so they're trying to hold you back so that this connection won't basically end, and they'll be able to, yeah, so it won't end. So let's get an oracle card for you guys. Oh, universe, how can you tell, what can you tell me about my Virgo's person? How do they feel about Virgo? Let me just shuffle a little better here. It is dark without you. This person is thinking about you. They're missing you. I keep seeing the scales down here. I almost feel like this is a situation where a person is waiting until something is, they're trying to, like, they're keeping the scale, they're trying to kind of breadcrumb you, and not necessarily emotionally, but in some kind of a way that stops you from being able to move on and move away from them. It's like they're trying to keep you on the hook. You know, they're holding the scales back. They're holding back some kind of contract or some kind of agreement so that they can keep you dangled. They can keep you in this place where you're needing to ask them for something, or but again, I don't think that it's just to torture you, or to, I think it's because they want, they genuinely want intimacy with you, real intimacy. Because we got the 10 of Cups before. It is dark without you. This is someone who really wants you back. But they're, at the same time that they know how much they want you, they're facing all these fears and inadequacies, feeling like, am I good enough for this person? Am I good enough to, you know, to be with them? Universe, can you give me another card for how my Virgo's person feels about them? I can't take it anymore. So this person, I feel like what's going on between the two of you is that there's a separation, and they definitely want you in their life, but they're ashamed. They're dealing with shadow stuff. They're dealing with insecurities and inadequacies, and, you know, trying to find any way to keep you from leaving their life. And they know how, you know, how valuable you are, and so they're just using some kind of a physical based situation to stop you from leaving their life altogether, you know. So with the Lovers to the Tower, this is someone, I would say, who has made a choice. That's what I'm sensing from this when we got the Lovers to the Hermit before, was just someone who, whether they've declared it or not, absolutely knows what they want and what they choose and who they want to be with. And it's not only the desire for deep emotional intimacy, but it's also, you know, a strong attraction as well. This person is definitely attracted to you. I feel like what this could be is, this could be somebody who's having the realization of how deep the love and the potential for love is there between the two of you, that it's kind of shaking their foundations. It's shaking their sense of reality, or what they were, you know, it's changing their perception strongly and leaving them shaken. And also, this could be somebody who wants to come in and really shockingly take action in regards to their choice. Like, I'd say that this person really wants to just like show up at your door and try to revive things with you. But I don't know that they necessarily will. I don't think they necessarily will, because they are, again, because of all the things that are going on in the situation, are making them feel held back. With the Hermit to the Judgment, this is them. I would say that this is them respecting your perspective, definitely, but also just straight up wanting to come in and revive things with you. This is them wanting to make a strong, positive change. Like, we have 5 major arcanas in this main part of the reading, which is a lot, and also they're all in the upright. So this is someone who, I'd say that they know exactly what they want, and it's to move positively towards you, and that it's potentially a life-changing thing for both parties. With the 6 of Pentacles to the Fool, this is someone thinking that, hey, maybe I can come towards them about this or about that. But again, it's about them wanting to stay in control. With, you know, because see how they're with one hand they're giving to this person, but then the other hand they're holding back this this issue of legality or contract or whatever it is, because again, they're wanting to control when they come back into you. And, you know, I'm going to ask the universe specifically, universe, when it comes to the issue of desiring control, What are the motivations of my Virgo's person? Can you give me a card on that? On what their motivations are? Hierophant in the reverse. So it's almost like they want to keep you out of a relationship. They want to keep you single, is what I'm sensing. They want to make sure that you don't go off with somebody else. I think that this is someone who they want to be with you, but it's something about timing right now that isn't quite, they can't, or it's not ideal for them to come in and make you some kind of an offer. So they're just trying to make sure that you don't move on. Like, I think this could be a situation where they think that if they just let you go, give you what you need, that you'll just move on and start living a happy life and you'll find somebody else and you'll forget about them. And so they're trying to keep you hooked in this situation so that you won't move on, because they want to come back in. Can you give me any other card about their motivations for trying to control this situation with Virgo? Actually, I'm not sure if that's your card. Let me shuffle again. Universe, can you tell me can you give me another card for the motivations of my Virgo's person in relationship to wanting to control this situation? Yeah, they want to stop you from investing in someone else, from speaking to somebody else. They're holding the situation back so that you can't start something new, is what I'm sensing here. So with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, they are perceiving that you are very guarded, very self-protecting. And that's the thing. So it's like they understand that this is a situation where, like, how they've treated you has put you, very, very intensely on your guard. And so that's kind of like the consequence of it, is that they're keeping the situation, they're trying to stay in control so that you don't move on, and yet they've totally put you on your guard. So they are potentially wondering how they can get you to trust them again. Let's get you another oracle card here. Universe, can you tell me about my Virgo's person's feelings for Virgo? They are feeling unworthy of you. They're feeling unworthy of you. Yeah. They know that you are very, very valuable, and they're seeing it more and more. And so they are dealing with their own issues of worth. As we were talking about before, they know that they want to be with you, and yet they're processing some shadow stuff right now, and feeling like they're kind of trying to pave the way for this brand new beginning that they want to make with you, that they want to make happen. Can you give me another card about my Virgo's person, how they feel about Virgo? Yeah, balance. Again, so it's more about the scales. So they're trying to keep things that they could be dealing with the situation. There's some kind of a legalism or contract issue here, or a straight up, yeah, there goes the notification, between the two of you. And they're trying to use that, I almost feel, to keep you blind to, because you see that how Lady Justice is blind. She's blindfolded. They're trying to keep you in the dark about what they're going through and about how they feel. It's like because of this worthiness issue, it's like they want to come back into you, but they don't want you to see their failings. So that's almost like they're hoping they can try to fix themselves and improve their life before they come back in and make you an offer. What is this Lovers to the Tower, Universe? World in reverse. Yeah, this person wants a brand new fresh start with you. They want something really beautiful with you, but they just it can't happen quite yet, and so they're just trying to hold you back from moving forward, but they want this big brand new start with you. They want it bad, is what I'm sensing. With the High Priestess, yeah, they see you as beautiful, intuitive. They are very interested. Yeah, so right now with the Tower in the reverse, to the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. They feel like they want to come in, but they need to come in right. They need to have something to offer. They want to, so they don't want to come in too soon. It's like they're trying to strategize, you know, and they definitely do want to rush in, but they want to make sure that they have enough to offer, you know, that the two of you have some kind of that they're offering you something valuable, something solid. Oop. Also, there could be an element here of transformation, of feeling that they need to convince you that they've transformed, or there could be something that they're needing to end fully. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this could be somebody who's kind of messed up in the past, and so when they come back into you, they're wanting to be able to come in with convincing evidence that they've actually changed. What is this Hermit to the Judgment? Oh my gosh. They love you. They love you. Oh my gosh. They love you. They want to come in and they want to offer you love, but they don't want to do it wrong. I think they feel like this is so important. This person is so valuable to me. I don't, and this is someone who has a lot of pride. I can feel it. There's a lot of pride there. And so it would just absolutely, how much they value you, it would just crush them to come in and have you reject them. Yeah, it would crush them if they tried to come in right now and you did not, and they were not victorious and they didn't succeed. That would just absolutely be, they wouldn't be able to handle it. And so that's why they're, you know, that's why right now they're trying to take on, they're trying to like take on the task of self-improvement or in situational improvement, so that they feel like they can come in with some kind of a good offer for you. What is this Judgment? I think that's all. Okay, so what's this Six of Pentacles to the Fool for my Virgos? Okay, this is too many cards. What is this Six of Pentacles to the Fool? Yeah, so they're purposefully, though it's like a very contradictory energy. They definitely want to move towards you, but they're purposefully not. They're purposefully hindering movement and trying to remain in control of the situation, both for the sake of their own pride, but for the sake of stopping you from moving on.